Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to our presentation today. I appreciate you for joining us today in our presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest. Mr. Ashraf Migade is a senior member in the CashTelex team. He is among the very first users of CashTelex exchange, and he is among the very first investors. He has been a part of the CashTelex journey. Mr. Ashraf Migade is a well-educated gentleman with an expertise in finance. He is a lecturer as well as a PhD student in the field of finance. I am sure he has a lot of valuable information to share with us all today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to listen to his words of wisdom with utmost attention. And with that, I would like to hand over the mic to our presenter, Mr. Ashraf Migade.
Yeah, thank you very much, Salma. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be once again here to make this wonderful CashTelex business presentation for tonight. I'm really happy to be part of the winning team. As I have been introduced, my name is Ashraf Migade. Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. And I would like to take you through the major theme of the day, of night, which is about CashTelex and wealth distribution. Today, dear ladies and gentlemen, we'll begin by asking and of course dive into the question of why CashTelex? Perhaps you've heard a lot about CashTelex, perhaps you've heard a lot about alternatives to CashTelex, but we would like to understand the why bit. As you have been introduced to CashTelex, as you've had perhaps a lot of information about CashTelex, we would like to echo the following message: that CashTelex is a design, is an innovation, is a system that has been created, built, and of course embedded in blockchain technology to help us gain the following. Normally, every product, normally every service, normally every innovation that is there out there in the market has its unique selling points. So when you come to CashTelex, we have what we call the unique value proposition. We're telling all our clients, we're basically encouraging everyone out there to come and try to understand what CashTelex is. Why should you be part of CashTelex? Number one, we are spreading the gospel of daily passive income. As you witness people today flying and moving from their homes to Kampala, from their homes to Abuja, from their homes to the capital city centers, this is basically for them to be able to earn a living, for them to be able to make what we call a daily income. Some have gone as far as making what we call daily income. We have become survivors. In other words, as a person wakes up to go and make some little money to make, and of course to sustain themselves on a daily basis, they find themselves in what we call a vicious circle of poverty. So they go and make money and they even receive nothing. So we understand that CashTelex as a system, as an innovation, is out there to guarantee that whoever is part, whoever is a shareholder, whoever is owning an account with CashTelex is guaranteed what we call daily passive income. Today, when it comes to the African world, when it comes to the developing world, we as individuals invest in our tuition, we invest in our school fees, compared to advanced economies where the governments have really undertaken the offer free education to all the children. In Africa, particularly Uganda, Nigeria, and other African countries, we have to go ahead and look for a daily living, but at the same time, look for what we call tuition and fees for our children. This is an unending demand. This is an expense which is never ending for as long as the children are still alive, for as long as people are getting married, as long as people are producing kids. They always need something like a shock absorber, Where can I get a guarantee of my school fees? Personally, as an individual, if you're studying, of course, invested for your future. People who are yearning, people who want to grow professionally, they are looking for ways of growing. That's why people are looking for scholarships. And we are saying that as I'm part of CashTelex, I'm guaranteed that there is a source of school fees, which is ending. Number three, people work and work and work. But at the end of the day, they are going to lose it out. They're going to stress, they're going to get into depression when they're told that you're going to retire. You're about to retire and you have nothing. You have dedicated your entire life for this job. But as the saying goes, you've been basically surviving, getting what you want to earn and live, spend the day, spend the rest in school fees without anything tangible. We have a lot of people that have really retired and they have really become poor. They had survived and, of course, based their entire lifeline on this one job, which, of course, provided a basic minimum for them to survive, for them to be able to make a living. Now the job is gone and they have no source of income. This is when they start fidgeting around, getting their pension, getting their little money saved to open up a business. We're telling you, you do not have to wait for this moment. You can start by, of course, planning for your retirement by saving some money with the CashTelex ecosystem, having your money within the system, which guarantees that you're going to, of course, have a soft landing. As you're planning your retirement, as you're planning to come a time when you can no longer work, when the energy has been lost, you're guaranteed that, of course, I have a system, I have an innovation, which guarantees that I'm going to be able to access my money. I'm going to be able to access my benefits when I can no longer work. Sometimes there is what we call access to interest-free loans. Today, the world is indebted. Today, the world is burdened with what we call the tax burden, the loan burden, the interest burden. And this has killed initiative. People are restless. People are depressed. People are stressed over what we call loans which are having interest. We are seeing today that even countries themselves are burdened with what we call the tax burden. People, countries, governments have what we call debt stress. In other words, they have borrowed a lot and a lot and a lot, and to the extent that even the unborn children that are in such countries which are heavily indebted are going to are having to pay what they never used or what governments borrowed. As I am part of CashTelex, I am guaranteed there is an opportunity for me to even access an interest-free loan, to be able to invest, to be able to solve my problems as and when I need it. There is number five, something called financial security and freedom. When I am part of the CashTelex ecosystem, I have what we call security of finance. Risks of having finances, risks of being illiquid. In other words, I have no money on me. These are all mitigated and averted if at all I have an account with CashTelex. Today, as we're here, being invited for this CashTelex business presentation, we are offering an alternative. We are offering something that is tangible, something that is feasible, that can guarantee your freedom in the financial world. Today, everything, today, everyone, today, every individual survives with financing, without which you are deemed useless. So we guarantee our financial security and freedom when we have an account with CashTelex. Access to healthcare and insurance, of course. Today, as the world goes, health insurance has become mandatory. As we're speaking in Uganda, healthcare has become something that has been rolled out, whereby it's going to be compulsory. And CashTelex is offering and positioning itself as an opportunity for you to be able to have access to this insurance. Issues regarding with health have been handled. So we are also saying that why should it be part of this CashTelex ecosystem? Simply because there is ease of accessibility to your fund. Unlike conventional banks, whereby when you travel, you are limited. When you're moving to a given economy, you're limited. You cannot transact because of the Forex issues. We are saying that I'm going to be able to access my funds anywhere in the world when I am connected within the CashTelex ecosystem. So we go ahead and ask ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, given the fact that you're here today, we would like to entice you, we would like to persuade you, we would like to bring you up to speed about where the world is at the moment. You realize that CashTelex has been talked about, and probably you need to understand what is this CashTelex. We call it the Pan-African financial company running on a blockchain that has been tokenized. So we are having kind of assets been offered for public purposes for uplifting the stakeholders' lifestyle. So you have your own assets, you have your money, you have your everything embedded in blockchain, and it is in form of tokens. So instead of having a lot of cows, you sell the cows, you get money. The money is the token representing the value of your cow. Instead of having land, it is sold, then you're given money, and the money is representing, it is the token of value representing the value, how valuable your land was. So we are talking about also tokenized assets built on the blockchain ecosystem. This is what we're presenting today as CashTelex. When you look at the next 3 to 5 years, CashTelex is looking forward to uplifting at least 1 million households in Africa, being able to earn at least $10 a day. As we are speaking today, very many African households are surviving at less than even $1 or $2 per day. We are saying that $10 could be a start. $10 could guarantee as someone survives on $10 a day. This is translated into something like $300 a month. This is what we would refer to as probably a minimum wage, something minimum that can be used to survive. This is something that is not happening today. Why? Because where we are coming from in our continent, minimum wage is not active. We do not have areas whereby we don't have countries which have set a minimum wage whereby its citizens can guarantee that, yes, this is the amount of money I'm going to be getting per month. CashTelex is presenting this in form of daily passive income so that we can afford our food, so that we can afford our daily basic needs, clothing and decent accommodation and also medical care as well. When you look at the various innovations like mobile money, these are things which never existed. These are things which indeed, innovations which never came, but somehow, somewhere captured the minds of the people. Somewhere, somehow captured us. And today the world is moving money using telecom. Who thought that people could move their money using a mobile phone? Today, as you move across the country, for the context of Uganda, you find that people are using payway or payment post machines all over. People are paying bills from the comfort of their homes, and we're seeing that this way, technology has somehow taken over the world, and people have embraced it. We're basically having an improved version when we talk about CashTelex, something which is much more secure and better than what we are seeing today. When we go ahead, we also observe that there are issues or technologies such as Safaricom, issues to do or innovations like Jumia. When you look at innovations like DSTV, innovations like Safe Border for the context of Uganda, innovations like in transportation and logistics like Uber, when you look at the innovations in AI like Sophia the robots, blockchain technology, CashTelex comes in as a similar or even a much more improved version of these innovations, which are saying that, look, where Jumia is coming from, where the Safe Border app is coming from, where Uber is coming from, where Airbnb has come from, where DSTV has come from, where the internet television has come from, where Sophia is coming from. Yes, this is where CashTelex is coming from. The thing is, this is more like innovation on steroids, whereby what we have been guaranteed in other, settings in terms of innovations and technologies, we're even offering better. What we need you to do, as you've been invited for this business presentation, is to appreciate that even technology starts small and then it grows. And then once it takes over the market, no one can stop it. Today, we have seen a newspaper article talking about mobile money transactions, which is billions and billions of money moving over the telecom. Who ever knew that people could have this trust in just mobile money transactions? Given the security issues with even mobile money transactions and the conmen and of money, people are still using it because they have no alternative. We are now offering a secure blockchain-based technology, which is secure, and where issues of fraud and embezzlement are not going to be possible with CashTelex. Where does now CashTelex get the money to give the investors? We currently say that as we engage, as we become part of the CashTelex ecosystem, we are basically talking about things that are real, things that are feasible. You need an investment, yes. As I'm working this 8 to 5 job, as I'm working these 2 jobs, I know people that are having 3 jobs to be able to make and earn a living. CashTelex says, yes, be part of this ecosystem. Have your money saved within the exchange, for example. Have your money translated into CashTelex coins. Have your 200,000 shillings. Have your $60. Have your $100. Have this converted to the CashTelex ecosystem and continue with what you're doing. Have your money kept there. And then you're going to be getting dividends. Where is the money coming from? This is how CashTelex has been built within its ecosystem. The CashTelex exchange number 1 is, of course, an exchange whereby people go to buy and sell their money. So as I buy CashTelex, I'm doing so using the exchange. There is money that is being made on every transaction. The same bank charges that you're charged, the same little money that is deducted from you as you are making a transaction in any market, in any bank, is the same way CashTelex is going to make its money. So as these transactions are coming in more, one after the other, hundreds of transactions a day, thousands of transactions a day, millions of transactions a day, the more money that is coming into the exchange. This is money which is shared with all shareholders, with all people, all CashTelex investors who hold what we call the CashTelex asset-backed coin. Number 2 are the CashTelex cities. The business model of CashTelex is built upon real estate. When we establish this project, it means people have the probability, people have now the chance to earn more when they are buying units of CashTelex cities, when they are, accumulating more of these units. As we know that today, real estate is one of the biggest money makers in the economy. When we talk about remittances number 3, each of us has sent money, whether it's nationally or internationally on a global scale. We have seen the movement of money from within borders to across borders. And we're saying CashTelex is now coming in as an improved version of remittances, where I would go and probably, try to send some money from one country to the other. CashTelex is doing it, provided the other person I'm sending money to is also having an account. I am having remittances. The same thing is happening. No one is sending money for free across borders. So the charges, the money that is made on such remittances, that is to be charged the same way Western Union works, the same way MoneyGram works, the same way World Remit is working, is the same way we are trying to, embed within the CashTelex ecosystem. It's a product of its own. Number 4 are the CashTelex gold shops. Today we know that gold is, of course, the most valuable asset on earth. So we're saying that, yes, as we are investors in CashTelex, yes, there is also an opportunity for us to invest in gold because it is an asset-backed currency. And we're saying that, yes, there is an opportunity for us making money from these gold shops where people walk in, buy shops, exchange their CashTelex funds, exchange their money, exchange their currencies into gold, and then have this bought. Number 5 is the CashTelex mobile wallet. I am able to transact using a wallet, and the moment I am making a transaction using a mobile wallet, there is, of course, a deduction. There is a charge that is attracted on my transaction. At the end of the day, I am making some money because I have an account with the CashTelex ecosystem. Some of us, like some of you have joined in today, you might be experts in trading. We know people that have really gathered a lot of experience in trading. In other words, every time there are, of course, trading into buying and selling of CashTelex coin or other currencies on the platform, people are making money through trading. We are saying that you are also getting part of this money, part of this return as an investor within CashTelex. Number 7, as I'm part of the CashTelex ecosystem, there is what we call the CashTelex Go. which is an app for online shopping. Today, when we were, for example, getting out of the COVID, people now began being introduced to what we call online, trading. Person has the commodities, they are posted on social media, and then they make an order, they deliver from the comfort of their homes. Today, CashTelex Go is out there to enable the exchange of goods, for money. As these are, of course, placed on the CashTelex Go app, people can for sure online shop and get whatever they need, from basic items to luxurious items, from the comfort of their offices, from the comfort of their homes. What do I benefit as the CashTelex stakeholder? All people from all walks of life are encouraged to make their investments. Today, we are seeing people from all professions. If it is a lawyer, if it is a teacher, if it is a doctor, once they get their money, they think about investing. The first thing they're going to be thinking about is, what business can I make in my little money? I have managed to save around 200,000. I have managed to save around $100. The question they always ask consultants is, where can I invest my money? Today, as I'm studying more about finance, as I try to become an expert in finance, you find that people are always wanting to be advised about the possible viable opportunities that there are in terms of investing. What is happening is that because of the limited ways of how people perceive business opportunities, these are going to end up investing in the same things. You'll find people gathered in one place selling the same product. Find all of them are selling shoes. Why? Everyone is into this. This is what is most common. This is what is popular. And you'll find people selling clothes, people setting up boutiques, people buying taxis, matatus, and this is what is being done. It is the easiest business people are seeing around. We're saying we do not have to compete unnecessarily. As I am a professional teacher, as I am a professional farmer, as I am a professional so and so, in whatever job I am engaged in, my business activity invests me to save as little as 200,000. I can convert this easily into dollars and convert this into CashTelex and have my money safely saved somewhere. Not as mere saving, but I end up trying to, as much as possible, to benefit from this investment. I would like to urge our dear business participants that have been invited over here to start thinking about the possibilities of saving. If I have a business deal, if I have a project and I happen to have $1 million shillings, can I have this invested within the CashTelex system? Yes. Why? The investment is for buying tokens, buying shares in the system. So as I have this money, basically your money is still yours. Basically exchanging. Same way you're exchanging your land for money is the same way you're exchanging your fiat currency, your dollars, your Uganda shillings, your naira into the CashTelex ecosystem, the CashTelex coins. To talk about daily dividends, as I become a shareholder in CashTelex, I also go ahead to earn daily dividends like any other shareholder, in any business. And we're saying it is a 20-80% ratio. Let the 20% of all the expenses be covered by the 20%, and then the 80% being given out to all the shareholders that are part of CashTelex. Second, as I participate with the CashTelex Go, as I buy, as I order, I'm guaranteed with 40% discount on the items that are being sold over the CashTelex Go. People like to buy cheap, high quality, but cheap. And as an investor, I'm getting an opportunity to give and get a discount on what we are buying. We are encouraging you to invest now. We're encouraging you to have your money transformed into CashTelex. Because even the money that we hold today and we keep in the bank accounts keeps on losing value. As I have my little money, say $100, today in the month of September, it's not going to hold the same value the following year after 2 months. In other words, money is losing value every now and then. Look at 10 years back. The $100 that you had is not as worth and valuable as we have it today. We are calling the CashTelex coin as Africa's first asset-backed native coin, which enables people to not only invest and, of course, get dividends, but we are guaranteeing that we are maintaining our investment. We are holding the value of our money. our investment to the level that we need it. By the time I'm withdrawing my money sometime next year, my money has not lost any value, but on the other way around, I have increased in value. Using the CashTelex app, I can for sure send money. When you look at the interface of this app, I can for sure change my money, send money, and this one has been designed to guarantee the security of all our digital assets. So as people are sending money across the world in this digital currency, they guaranteed safety of our transactions. Someone out there today, if it is your first time joining, you might be wondering, how do I even start? The starting point is only one. Do I have a passport or a driving license or even a national ID? Do I even have a functional email address? Then what I need is my 100, 200,000, is my 300,000, is my, as little as 200,000. Let me give it a try. This is translated into shares. So for the start, I am guaranteed that I have my shares, and these are now kept in an account which can only be accessed by you. This is at the time when I'm inviting all the audience to, if you have any questions, you can present them so that we can get to learn more and understand more about CashTelex. Thank you very much for listening. And I'm really believing that if we have any new participants, any new guests from this, in this business presentation, we are going to be able to help you get an account, help you make your first initial deposit, make your first investment for you to become a shareholder. Thank you very much, my host. I hand over back the microphone to you so that we can go into our next session.
Thank you for the powerful presentation, Mr. Ashraf Migada. It was a great learning experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our presentation. I would like to thank you all for attending this session. Until we meet again, have a good night.